Hello, welcome to my presentation. My name is Theo Gergen, and I will be doing my quality of character oral presentation on loyalty. So a quick little intro and about me on where my loyalty began, my sense of loyalty. When I was in high school, I graduated from Lakeville North High School in Lakeville, Minnesota. And we had a school motto and a team motto that was North or None. And this gave us the sense of you don't leave Lakeville North ever, no matter where you go, no matter who you play for, no matter where you work. Once a Panther, always a Panther. Well, I took my first teaching job about 15 minutes down the road from Lakeville North at Egan High School. And this is where I got my first sense of maybe some people thinking that I wasn't loyal to Lakeville. I wasn't really accepted by some of my friends. I wasn't accepted by some of the community when I would wear my new school colors and my team's colors and my logo. But I learned that loyalty doesn't sometimes lie within a school. Sometimes loyalty is much more important to the people in that school and to the head coach. Coach Thompson and I have had a long relationship. He takes care of me. If I need something, I can call him, and I now live 2,000 miles away. We still have that same respect, same loyalty to each other, in which we'll talk more about here in the presentation. But that's kind of where I got my first sense of loyalty, was from my high school coach. So we're going to talk a little bit about what loyalty actually is, what it develops into, as well as why it's important. So what is loyalty? Well, Merriam-Webster defines loyalty simply as the state of being loyal. Well, what is that? So to put this in my own terms, loyalty is simply staying true to a person who has done well for you. Somebody who is taking care of you or giving you support through your time with them. An example of this would be a coach staying loyal to a community or a school, no matter his win-loss record. And it also goes the other way, a school or a community staying loyal to that coach, no matter his win or loss record. And another example would be a fan to a team. So example, the Las Vegas Raiders are relocating from California to Nevada. And there are a lot of fans who are going to stay true and loyal to the Raiders, but there are also a lot of fans who are upset about this move. In which, were they true fans, or were they just all about the hype of the team? On our next slide, we have John Wooden's pyramid of success. This is kind of how I like to look at it. Coach Wooden has two different cornerstones to his first version of this pyramid. And it's industriousness and enthusiasm. And those are the two cornerstones of his program and success of his program. But if we look at the bottom, we have loyalty right in the middle. And on either side of it, friendship and cooperation. Coach Wooden goes to say that no building is better than its structural foundation, and no man or woman is better than their mental foundation. When I prepared my original success pyramid years ago, I put industriousness and enthusiasm as the two cornerstones and loyalty right in the middle of the pyramid. Loyalty to yourself and to all those who depend on you. What I'm trying to get across is that Coach Wooden really believed that loyalty, along with those four other key ideas, are the base of a successful program. And without one of them, especially the one in the middle, loyalty, program will not be successful. On the next slide, we have just a quick little quote from Yogi Berra. When you're a part of a team, you stand up for your teammates. Your loyalty is to them. You protect them through the good and the bad because they would do the same for you. It's just the game of baseball. If you aren't able to be loyal to your team, they're not going to be able to trust you in a time of need. So what does loyalty develop into? And we'll talk more about this little trust part here. With the development of loyalty, coaches are beginning to embed lifelong traits in the athletes. So some of these three big ones, I believe, are trust, communication skills, and pride in their work. So turning loyalty into trust. As humans, there's a sense of trust that begins to develop as someone is loyal to us. And John 3:16 puts it pretty clear out there. For so God loved the world that he gave his only son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have eternal life. Now, if that's not God being loyal to his creation, I don't know what loyalty really is then. He demonstrated his loyalty to us. We have no other option but to trust and believe him, as the Bible asks of us. So as coaches show loyalty to a school and a program, as well as to their athletes, the athletes will begin to buy into a program and trust the process of character development as they receive from their coach. It's so much more important for us as coaches to be loyal to our team, buy into our athletes, buy into the school. As our athletes, see this, they're going to begin to trust us. They're going to begin to want to be there. And we see this in the movie Coach Carter, where we have a group of young men who don't know this strange man coming into the building and saying he's their new head coach. But Ken Carter stays loyal to his own personal philosophy of character development. And he holds this throughout the entire movie. And we see a character development with the entire team. And at the end of the movie, when they end the lockout of the basketball program, the team then turns and says, Coach, they can unlock the doors, but they can't make us play. And that really shows how the team stayed loyal to him, and it kind of came full circle. So why loyalty is important? It's crucial to living a meaningful life. If we aren't loyal or we don't have a sense of loyalty, we're going to have a loss of three different things, and that's ethical values, self-worth, and a loss of purpose, of which I've kind of gone through. I'll kind of quick go through my story here now and give you a little bit of where I learned or I demonstrated loyalty. So I've been in California for 4 years now, working at a low-income, high Hispanic, high violent and gang-affiliated school where I'm not used to it at all. And I had the opportunity this last year to apply for and interview for a much better off school here in town. And when it came down to decision making, I looked at it and said that this school has never done me wrong. This school takes care of me. The athletes want to be there and play for me. It's not in my moral code or my ethical code to turn my back on these kids. So in order for myself to be happy, I need to change something about me because these kids need me there. And needless to say, I made a quick switch in my teaching and coaching style. And I'm happy to be where I'm at and very excited for my teaching career to continue at Miramonte. We see that within the text, a couple different opportunities for loyalty to be demonstrated. And as we go through and we learn about our younger levels, Brown says it best that acknowledge the value of what feeder coaches have done to prepare the kids with whom you are now working with. Those programs are loyal to me. I need to demonstrate that back to them. Within the Bible, we see that Matthew 26:35 says, Peter answered him, though they all fall away because of you, I will never fall away. And John 15:13 says, greater love has no one than this, that someone lay down his life for his friends. That is loyalty and demonstrates loyalty better than anything that we could imagine. So to quick wrap up, we have a scene from Coach Carter and a couple questions I just want to ask at the end of this and let you go ahead and think about these answers and write them down is, why does the team offer to help Team Eau Cruz, and explain how loyalty is portrayed during this little snip. I want to thank you for listening and participating, and that is my presentation on loyalty.